children, welcome back to English class. In our previous class we discussed lesson 6 textbook exercises. Okay, today we are going to continue the textbook exercises, page number 78. And the exercise is about what do these phrases mean. Actually, they are giving the meanings for the phrases and you have to read the sentence according to the context. You have to pick the meaning for that. Okay, now exercise C, part C we are going to do now. Okay, are you ready with your textbook? Page number 78. Now let's go on with this. What do these phrases mean? Take the correct answer. Okay, the small birds twitter. Okay, what do you mean that one? The small birds are frightened. One. And the small birds chirp. The small birds twitter. The crows are, what is that? The cock is crowing. The stream is flowing. The small birds twitter. Twitter means the small birds are twittering. You should pick the correct meaning for this phrase, and the options are: the small birds are frightened. The small birds chirp. Which one is correct? Yeah, the next one. The answer is yes. I hope you understood. It's not frightened. Why do birds are free? Always. So like we compare. If you want to be free, I want to be as free as a bird. Okay. Yes or not in the same way. Now you understood the birds twittering means the birds chirp. The sound is called chirp. So the B1 is the answer. B1. The small birds chirp. The second answer, the first answer is B1. The small birds chirp. Chirp. Okay. The small birds chirp is the answer. I hope you understood what I'm saying. And now let's go with the next one. The second one, that is blue sky prevailing. The sky is clear and blue. The second one is there are clouds in the sky. I said that already, that there were no clouds. Rain has gone. Okay, so rain is over and gone. That means the blue sky is prevailing, very blue and clear. The first one. Second answer, the sky is clear and blue is the answer. Okay, first one. Second one, answer. The sky is clear and blue. The sky is clear and blue is the answer. Okay, I hope that you are following that how to identify according to the contest. Once again. Okay, no problem. Yeah, according to the contest, you need to pick the meaning. Next, the third one, the green field sleeps in the sun. Are the green fields sleeping now? Are the green fields sleeping in the sun or under the sun? Is that meaning? No. Now see, let us see the options first. The field is sleeping in the sun because of the cold. The sun is shining on the green field. Which one is correct? B. The sun is shining on the green field is the correct answer. Third one, here the sky, A is the answer. The third one, B. The sun is shining on the green field. The sun is shining on the green field. The sun is shining on the green field is the answer. Now next 4. There are 40 feeling like one. There are 40 feeling like one. The cattle all are very busy grazing together. 1. Or the cattle are eating too much. The 40 cattle feeding like one means they bow their head. They are not grazing their head. That means they are very busy in grazing the grass. The fourth one is A. The cattle are all very busy grazing together. together. Fourth one, sorry, A. The cattle are, sorry, very busy. The cattle are only the cattle is the plural. A group of cows and buffaloes is called cattle. Okay, the cattle are all very busy grazing together. Grazing together. I hope that I no need to write answer this all because we are wasting our time. Just we need to see this question and put the tick mark for the box given in the textbook. Okay. Now fourth one over. Let's go with the fifth one. The ploughboy is hooping and on. The ploughboy is hooping and on meaning the ploughboy is suffering from cough. Second one, the ploughboy is shouting again and again. So the answer is the ploughboy is shouting again and again is the correct answer as I said. Okay. A1. Fifth one. B I think, right? B is option. The ploughboy is shouting. The ploughboy is shouting again and again. Again and again. The ploughboy is shouting again and again. Okay, that's the answer for this. Okay, I hope you understood the answer. I mean, how to pick the meanings of the phrases. Okay, now recite D exercises. As I said, I have given you homework. You have to by heart recite this poem, and you should be saying that one and send the video to me. It takes 5 minutes video. You can upload in WhatsApp. Okay, it's not 20 minutes. How long you take? You could take. I think it's really 4 minutes or 3 minutes. You could finish. Without saying, you should look at me and send that video to me. Are you doing that? Now tell me when you are going to send me that video. Okay, I hope you are going to send within today is Monday. You send it to me on Wednesday or Thursday. 2 days time for you to send that. Okay, fine, children. Now let's go with next one. Here is the first verse of another poem by William Wordsworth. Complete the verse with the correct hanging words from the box. You will not need all the words. Some extra words also they have given. I wandered lonely as a cloud. I wandered lonely as, this is daffodils, I think, I'm thinking. Yeah, daffodils poem this is, okay. I said right about that poet called William Wordsworth and his poems, the 7 something names. I have said lines written a few miles about, hinging away. We are seven, the Preclude, daffodils are his famous, many famous poems he had written actually. You could go through. Okay, fine. Now let's go with this poem called Daffodils. You should pick the correct rhyming words to complete this poem. And but one extra word they have given. Okay, I wandered lonely as a cloud that floats on high over vales and hills. When all at once I saw a dash, a host of golden dash. Beside the lake, beneath the trees, fluttering and dancing in the dash. Okay, I wandered lonely as a cloud. See how he compared clouds. Sometimes they move alone there. He is feeling like cloud. He was moving. Don't think that clouds are alone. You find like groups of clouds, right? Okay, okay, a dust of clouds like that. Okay, but he himself comparing as a cloud, like cloud he was moving. Okay, I wandered lonely as a cloud that floats on a Okay, fine. The poet compared himself with the clouds because clouds move above that by touching the hills and vales, right? So he wandered the hills and vales and the streams and lakes all through like that, forests and mountains. So there beneath the mountains, beneath the hills and sometimes above the hills like a clouds, I moved, I wandered lonely as a cloud, when all at once I saw a crowd, a host. What did he see? At all once he saw a crowd on the hills or beneath the hills. How can you find crowd? What is this poet is speaking? Now see, he has compared crowd with what? A host of golden daffodils. Who are those crowd here? Crowd means daffodils. It's not single daffodil flowers. A full group, a bunch of those flowers. I mean plants actually, daffodils plants. So he said, suddenly I saw a crowd, a host, a golden colored daffodils. Okay. And beside the lake, beneath the tree. Wherever I go, I am finding the daffodils. Beside the lake, beneath the tree. Okay, beneath, under the tree. Beneath meaning under the tree. So, fluttering and dancing in the breeze. In the breeze, okay, I mean breeze, you know, cool breeze, air. Okay, fluttering means making sound, fluttering actually. Moving and sounds and dancing, moving and dancing in the breeze. That cool breeze, the daffodils are shaking like moving, dancing, that flowers. Okay, that's the meaning of this poem, and I have picked the rhyming words already for you. I did it. Okay, no problem, because this is the poem. So the first blank is crowd. I hope you have followed. Let me write on the board so that you shouldn't get confused. Now page number 79. Let's go with the page number 79, exercise E. 79, exercise E. The first blank, crowd. Crowd. They have given already daffodils, sunflowers, breeze, crowd. Cloud, crowd. Daffodils, trees, breeze. The next one, daffodils. I said because I have picked your daffodils, ma'am, why not it's sunflower? Because he wrote a poem on daffodils. Okay, that's why I have picked it easily. And because I didn't explain you why it's daffodils, because I said already some of his poems are like famous, okay, well-known poems. Okay, among them, this is one. Okay, daffodils. Then trees, breeze. Trees, breeze is the answer. I mean also rhyming word, and this is the poem. Okay. Now let's go with fun time. Match these old English words to their meanings. You have to match now. Match these old meanings. Sorry. Match these old English words with their meanings. Okay, let's improve. This is like hat, have. Okay. That, doth. Sorry. Doth, does. D-O-T-H. Doth. We have right? Yeah. Doth, does. Had, had. In the same way, now some of the words we have, let us match it. Have you finished this one? Crowd, first rhyming word, and this is the poem actually. And then daffodils, and then breeze. Third one, breeze. Okay. Now let's go with the Yes, children, now let's go with the match these old English words to their meanings. Now, one, thou, thou. Second one, thine, thine. Third one, thy, thy. Fourth one, art. Fifth one, knowest, knowest, knowest. Sixth one, hat, hat. Okay, hat, you know, thou means F, thou. Thou, you. Though is an old English word for you. Now we are using you. The old English for you is thou. 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 Means you. Okay, first one, I write it in this way, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, could you see the sixth one? Okay, let me write a little bit above. Yeah, from here on, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Here we are going to match it. First one is Yaf. Yaf. You is the answer. You. Second one, thine, yours. Thou, you, thine, yours. E. Thine means yours. Okay? Yeah. Second one, thine. Okay, now let's go with the third one, thine over thigh. T-H-Y, thigh means, you see, D, your. Die is old English. Die is old English for your. Here, sorry. Though you, thine yours, thine your. Okay, then aunt, aunt. Aunt means old English for aunt. We are coming, we are going, aunt. That old English is aunt. This not this aunt drawing. Okay. In English we get many meanings that you know very well. Next, knowest. No. That is you know it very well. See. Knowest. No. Then next one, has or have. Has, have. Okay. So had they have given has. B. It depends on the, if you want to say I had means I have. She had means she has. Have or has. Now let's check the words. Now first one F, second one E, third one D, fourth one A, fifth one C, last sixth one is B. Okay children, now we have finished this. Okay, now let's go with the next exercise. That is you have to work in pairs, use the old English words in exercise and enjoy having the old-fashioned conversation. You may begin like this. What art thou going? Sorry, not what, where art thou going? Means where are thou means you. Where are you going? Yeah, where are you going? Thou going. Okay, where art thou going? Means where are you going? To the library. Art thou interested? Are you interested? Are you interested to come and join with me to sit in the library and read some books in that way? So you could frame your own sentences in this way. I hope you have understood some old English. Thou means you, thine, yours. And then next one, thine, T-H-Y, thine means your. Thou, you, thine, yours. Next one, thine, your, thine. Okay, fine. Now that's all for this lesson. Now we have grammar worksheet 2. Now let's start with the grammar worksheet 2 part also, and let's finish at least the first one. Underline the, okay, are you ready with the page number 80? All of you please get ready with the page number 80. 80, page number 80. Let's start with this one also. Grammar worksheet. Okay, this is the grammar worksheet. Okay. Yeah. Now we are going to do that grammar worksheet. Now fine. Let's start with this one. First one, what we have to do? A. Determiners, can, may, helping verbs, simple future tense. Okay, these are the topics that we are going to revise in this grammar worksheet. Okay, now the first one is Underline the errors in these sentences. Replace them using most, some, a few, many, much or any. Rewrite the correct sentences in your notebook. Okay. Now we didn't see some rhinoceros even though we were in the park for 3 hours. We didn't see, okay, we didn't see any, some rhinoceros you can, we didn't see some rhinoceros means you have seen, you have some only you didn't see, that means you have seen many. That's the meaning of that sentence, but actually you want to say that you didn't see one rhinoceros also in that one, in that park, you didn't see one also. So then how should you use? You should say, we didn't see any rhinoceros. We didn't see any rhinoceros even though we were in the park for 3 hours. 3 hours we stayed, but we didn't see any rhinoceros. Or you can say we didn't see one single one rhinoceros. Or any rhinoceros would be the correct answer because here they have given options. You should pick the one option and you have to write. Okay. So the first one. Then second one you have to do on your own. Okay. How much books did you buy? How much books did you buy? Is it correct? Much we use for uncountable nouns. So what should you use? Much you underline second one and write many. Exercise A. Second one. Much we use for countable nouns. So above much you should use many. Many you should use. Above much you should use many. Okay, then next one. Third one. I would like to have many orange juice, please. I would like to have many orange juice. Give me many orange juice. Could you say like that? Many you can't say for uncountable noun. Many is for countable nouns which you can count in numbers. For that you could use many. For uncountable noun, what should you use? You can say, give me some orange juice, a little orange. You can't ask, give me a little orange juice. So you could say, give me some orange juice. I said the other day, someone asked question, some. When do we use some? For countable or uncountable? You could use some for countable and uncountable nouns. There are some children, I drank some juice. Are you following me? Now, second, third answer is many. Please strike off and write down some oranges. Okay, now let's go with the fourth one. Fourth one, is there a few milk left in the fridge? Can you ask, is there 5 milk left in the fridge? No, you can't because you can't count 1 milk, 2 milk, 3 milk. It's an uncountable now. So instead of a few, what did I say on that day? A little, no. Here is a question, negative. Is there any milk in the fridge? Is there any milk in the bowl? Any milk? Any. A few you strike off. You write any milk. Is there any milk in the fridge? You can use like that. And then let's go with the fifth one. Let's go with the fifth one. On Sunday, there is not some traffic on the road. See, negative answer if you want to give. You cannot use some, a few or anything. Any gives you the negative. There is no any. I didn't find any children there. That means you didn't see no one. You didn't see no one there. So instead of you negative answer, when saying negative, that nil, no one, you could use any in the question. So, or in the sentence structure, have you seen any children? Or in the sentence also, on Sunday there is not any traffic. Here they have given some traffic. Take out, write any. Sixth one. Any. Okay, next one. Only many children came to school today. Only you are saying means very less children arrived. So you can take option of only a few children came, not many. Only you are saying means only a little, or for some, only a few children, like that. A few. Okay, less in number, quantity or in number. Okay, so many you strike off and you write down a few. Only a few children came today. Now, seventh one. Okay, now we need seventh one, I think. Okay, sixth one, this is seventh one. This is seventh one. I'm so sorry. Now this is seventh one. We are going to do the sixth one. Have you seen much films recently? You can't answer like that. Have you seen any films? Have you seen any films? I said already, you can see like that. Have you seen any? Have you seen any or not? That is the sixth answer. Instead of much, countable, uncountable, they use strike off and use any. Have you seen any films? And next, eighth one. Who do you think will get the dash marks in the class? Who do you think will get most marks? You are comparing them with highest, okay, toppest. So eighth one. Here is much marks. You no need to use countable noun marks. Okay, most. Who do you think who is going to score most marks? Means highest marks. Okay, ninth one. I haven't got a few painting in. Hi children, welcome back to English class. In our previous class, we discussed grammar worksheet 2, part A, like finding errors and changing the correct words in that place. Now today we are going to discuss part B from grammar worksheet, page number 18. I hope you all are ready with your textbook part. Okay. Now from grammar, one second. B part B is about complete the conversation between a mother and her son. Use can, can't, may, that's it, 3, can't, may, can, can't, may, 3. Okay, let's start with mom's dialogue. Ara, dash you get a packet of milk from the market? The first one is, can you get? Now because mother no need to request, may you get, like that. Can you get? You can use can. Okay, the first blank is can. Okay, first line. The second line, I do not know, please mom. Dash, I go later. You had ice cream yesterday. You dash have it. I haven't got any. I haven't got any paintings. I haven't got any paintings in my bedroom. I haven't got any means negative, nil, 0. Okay, ninth one we read. Now let's go with the 10th one. I always keep much money. You can say even some money in my pocket for emergencies, means because I always keep much money. You can't say I always keep some money at least. Here you can use much for money, uncountable now, but the meaning is I always keep some. Much means more money you can't keep because you can't guess what is going to happen to you. So meaning is a little money or some money I save always so that to meet the emergencies. Okay, fine. 10th one, much, you can know that's not grammatical mistake. Much money is correct. But the sentence meaning for that you have to use some money. I always keep some money, a little money, okay, like that, or some money. I always keep some money to meet emergencies. I hope children you have understood today's class. These are the answers. Second one, many. Third one, some. Fourth one, any. Fifth one, any. Seventh one, a few. Sixth one, any. Eighth one, most. Ninth one, any. And 10th one, some money. That's all for today's video. Let's continue the grammar worksheet 2 in our next video. Bye bye for now. Have a nice time.